What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Nico Blitz. Jackie Ramirez is not here today, but who is here is the one and the only Zacari, man. Zacari's in the freaking building.
Yeah, happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you and finally meet you in real life. I mean, when was the last interview that we did? That was like, it was a while ago.
Yeah, that was like last November or something like that, right?
Was it really that long ago?
So, yeah.
I mean, shoot, we've been tapped in. The music's sounding great. Bliss is out right now, dog. And when I tell you, so Issa, she shot me the preview like, I don't know, a week or so ago, but I've been just so damn busy with like weddings and hella other shit. And I finally got a chance to listen to it. I went to pick up my dog yesterday in Orange County. So it was at least an hour that way. And then an hour coming back. Oh, nice. It's a 50-minute album. So I'm like, okay, I got like 2.5 listens in literally just yesterday on the drive. Another one today. And literally, bro, I've been telling Jackie, like, I love this fucking album. Like, I promise you I love this album, dog.
Let's go, man. Hell yeah, that's good to hear. It's a good drive, too. A good time to listen to it.
Oh,
top
bro,
to bottom.
1,000%. I got to say, like, my favorite song is FOMO.
Oh,
it
damn,
it felt so good, bro.
That has been a favorite I've been seeing for sure.
Oh, really?
That's probably one of the more recent ones too done on the project, as far as like how long ago I made it and whatnot.
Well, to kind of like preface everything, right, for people who haven't listened to like our old interview, a lot of these songs you were saying are like they're hella old, right?
Yeah, it's a pretty large span. Like the intro is like 6 years old almost. So like there's songs that old. There's songs I just did last year too. So it's like over time, 3 years old, 4 years old.
4 years old, bro. That's insane. I mean, how do you not get tired of a record that has been that old, dog?
That's something I think I struggled with too. Is like having these songs for so long is like hard to like feel the same way I even did about them when I first made them, but. To see people react like when it dropped, it makes it feel new and fresh again to me, to be honest. And it always felt like the sound of it was ahead, so I wasn't too worried about like trying to keep up with any type of sound going on, so it made it easier.
Yeah, that's true, because I mean, I think you have a lot of timeless music, and I don't use that word very lightly. I promise you that, because you got a record on there. I want to say it was Give You Up.
Yeah,
and man. It literally, I was like, Zacari is really fucking Filipino, because this feels like a Filipino ballad, bro.
It sounds like a Filipino karaoke song too, the one you pull up.
Yeah, bro.
But it's like that song's so special to me specifically too, because as far as the album goes, that's the only one I didn't write completely.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard of Justin Nozuka?
I've heard of George Nazuka.
Okay, yeah, his brother.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, they're all artists, but he's an artist I looked up to growing up.
Yeah,
acoustic guitar player, singer, and he came to LA, and he had this song, like the hook and the verses, and he said I could have the song, so we like worked on it together, rewrote it. He was there while I cut it too, so
yeah,
it's pretty crazy because he's always been one of my favorite writers of all time.
That's dope,
so, like,
man.
Yeah, man. To have a song and have him be a part of it in that way is cool. He's on the background vocals too.
Hell yeah. And it's cool being in the R&B space too, because obviously in hip hop, like, you know, you can't be writing other people's shit, right?
Yeah,
but for R&B,
apparently not. But shit, bro.
Hey, people do it. You know, people do it. But like, that's why it's so cool to be in the R&B space, because there's just no denying a really good song. And, you know, getting that blessing from Justin, getting that blessing from Justin to have that record, like, I'm assuming that song must be super special to you.
Yeah, so special, man. It isn't, and even having him on my project, like, cause I had him on that EP, on that song Blossom too. So yeah, man. Just like I remember, just like learning how to like sing and write my own music. I would cover a lot of his stuff and watch all his videos. Like,
Got you.
So yeah, man, to have a full circle moment like that is so tight.
It was cool, man. I'm assuming you're kind of like in that YouTube, like MySpace era, like you understand that type of music. I mean, the past couple of weeks, I've been working with one of my artist homies named Alexis, and we've been working with Andrew Garcia, who's like super big in like the YouTube era, kind of like in that AJ Raphael type realm and whatnot. And it's just always so cool to me to just work with people from, I wouldn't want to say like the older heads, but you know what I mean? The people who we like super listened to growing up. It feels very blissful.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It feels very blissful.
Man. It does feel unreal. And even to see my parents' reaction too, because they've seen how like I grew up listening to him. And Justin is not old by any means. Too,
Okay.
Which is also pretty cool, just how long he's been doing this. Like,
Yeah.
When I was watching his videos, he was making them when he was in like college and late high school. So, yeah, man, it's awesome. It's a blessing.
And if I could recall from our past interview too, like you had said, like you were very hip to using a lot of natural sounds when it comes to your music, like. Considering like a lot of this, well, you know, some of this music was performed and like produced over the past like 4 or 5 years. Did that make the cut? Were you still using like natural sounds from like nature and whatnot?
Yeah, definitely. Like ambiance is like a huge part of the music to me, and using my voice memos a lot too. Like End of Nocturnal is like this speech my brother did blacked out on his 21st birthday.
Oh shit.
It's fucking hilarious. So that's a moment. And then
I'm surprised you weren't blacked out during that day, man.
Nah, bro, he's a lightweight. I handle my shit.
Okay.
Reverse, the song Reverse.
Yeah.
We had rented this cabin up in near Reno, and we got the Airbnb right by the river. And then we like brought a studio set up and we like ran mics through it.
Wow.
And we recorded the guitar like by the waterfall. So like there's like ambiance in there too on that reverse guitar part.
Hey man, that's some real ass shit. I fuck with that. And I say that because like I do a lot of my guitar shit on MIDI and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah. But like to have like the ambiance of like the river and whatnot, like, and I think that's why like even when it came to your previous project, it was like Run Wild, Run Free. Yeah, bro, like I wasn't sure what it was until I actually talked to you about it, and it really is those ambient, like, natural sounds that really make it feel like I'm in a fucking forest listening to this shit. Like, even the first record, right? It was called, it was, like, Lonely, or, like, the first record on the project.
Oh, the Lone Wolf?
Lone Wolf, right? Like, immediately, I feel like I'm in a fucking cave or something. I'm like, this shit is fire. But I did want to ask you about that because bliss obviously just means like supreme, like I'm happy. I'm freaking happy. How come you start the project with I'm feeling lonely or I feel like a lone wolf?
So like the actual like main reason it's titled Bliss is even to like follow that theme of ignorance is bliss. So it's like the way I see it is if there's this like journey we're creating as the wolf and there's the Run Wild, Run Free, and then that was the daytime. This is like more of like the eclipse, like when the moon is blocking the sun. That's what I see as like that blissful area, that ignorance you live in when what's blocking your light, when you're just having fun and you're coming out here and you're figuring things out on your own. And yeah, man, that's the journey of the album really, is moving alone through those times and coming out of it.
Yeah, because, you know, I like to tell my homies all the time, whether they're in relationship issues or not, it's like, it's kind of like a situation where I've been in so many relationships, but during those relationships, I wasn't happy on my own. Yeah. And I kind of felt like, I could kind of live in this la la land for a second and feel like everything is perfectly fine. But when in reality, it's like, I kind of had to find peace for myself first in order to make sure this relationship, and by relationship, I don't just mean like a relationship with another person, but like relationship with like family, friends. I kind of had to step away from that and really figure out like who I am first before I could continue a relationship with anybody. Yeah. I just feel like it's not fair. It wouldn't be fair for me to not give somebody like who I am, and they're, you know, they might be half-assing it as well.
Yeah, and then it's like it's about when stepping away from those people and those loved ones, and like isolating yourself, how that can go wrong sometimes as well, where it's like you isolate yourself too much and you kind of get lost in it. And that's kind of some moments in the album where it's that ignorance takes over.
Well, how do you feel about isolation? Like, because there's days where I enjoy being by myself.
same.
There's other days where I'm just like,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
I fucking need somebody next to me right now.
Yeah. Nah, man, I love being alone, to be honest, but there are moments where it can get too far, I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like you got to keep some people close for sure.
Uh-huh.
But I think if you can figure out how to be happy on your own, man, it's only gonna be better when you're with people.
1,000%, man. I mean, I'm the type of person like, look, you give me a couple shrooms.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? You give me a room, you give me like video games or some music. I'm chilling, man. I don't need anybody around me, dog.
I feel that, bro. I love the video games for sure.
What are you playing right now?
I've been playing this game called Dark and Darker, bro. It's pretty crazy. I just got a PC, so I've been playing more games, but yeah, it's called Dark and Darker. I've been playing that game finals, but yeah, not as much as I was last year.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
I go through seasons where I'll just play a lot for a couple months and then get tired of it and come back a few months later.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's cool to like exercise like your creativity through there and whatnot. I mean, I don't know if you know, but like I actually got Blitz from Final Fantasy X. It was one of my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Sick.
You know what game I'm talking about?
I know Final Fantasy. I played one of them on the Xbox, but I never played the whole series.
Oh yeah, bro. I mean, shit. I don't think any of us have time to play the entire series, dog. I mean,
there are some people that are like super on top of those series, though. But I don't know. Which one was that one?
So Final Fantasy X.
On console?
Yeah, it was on PlayStation 2, I believe. And literally they had this mini game called Blitzball. And so Blitzball was like a combination of like hella different sports. So then when I wanted to be a rapper when I was like 11 years old, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to go with Blitz because I want to be hella different things.
This is a sick name, though. It's a sick name.
Thank you, bro. Production-wise, what would you say was the most difficult song to produce on this album?
Ooh, most difficult. I think, the one that was the craziest process to me was that the reverse record that we were just talking about. Just because of how far it traveled and like how it evolved. I wouldn't say it was hard, but it was like a long process, but it was fun, so it didn't seem too bad. But it started with me and James Fauntleroy linking up for the first time.
Yeah,
and the way he started the beat was he goes straight into the booth, beatboxes the tempo. He played all the chords with his vocals, so he just laid harmonies to do the chord progression.
Oh, shit.
And then he played bass guitar, and then he opened up his laptop and started producing. So that was pretty crazy to see, but at the end of it, we didn't leave with like a fleshed out idea. It was kind of just like a jam session of everything we just did. So right after that session, I took everything, all the strings and vocals and stuff, and I arranged it all into like a song. And then I had Jay Lewis come through, and he did the 808s and drum patterns over the arrangement.
Hell yeah.
And then, maybe that we had that version for maybe like over a year. And then we got that cabin. we got that cabin. I was like, man, we should redo that middle section here. So we like cut out that middle section and re-recorded the guitars and all that stuff over there. So,
that's sick, bro.
Yeah, that one was a cool process.
It's also sick to know that, like, I mean, you were holding on for a record for a while. Like, you know, I think one thing that a lot of like musicians really face is demoitis. Mm-hmm. And so it's like when you have something and you play this song and you get so attached to the demo, like, like you literally had to forfeit a 1-year-old record and just be like, you know what? I think this next move is going to be the best thing for Reverse specifically.
Yeah, definitely. We run into that a lot, me and Musa for sure. My manager.
Yeah.
I'll send him a record and he'll be like, yo, man, what happened to the I'm like, bro, that's not even like it's not even how it was supposed to be.
Yeah. So
but
what?
Yeah, it happens, bro, but
what even sparked like inspiration like during those cabin days? I feel like we're always referring back to this cabin. Even when we last spoke, you talked about this cabin.
I did?
Yeah.
Aside, I mean, I don't know. It was just, I think it's a part of like my connection to nature too. Mm-hmm. Is how we were talking about. I really love being outdoors and being in the sun and being by water. So, I mean, that was the big thing. I like to get out of LA for a little bit. Sometimes it can get a little repetitive and a little like crowded here. Mm-hmm. So, I've also done that. Me and the homie James Hunt, he's an engineer. we also went to Paris one time and just got an Airbnb and like set up a studio in there too. So yeah, man, I think traveling and seeing new things can be inspiring to the music for sure.
Yeah.
New environments.
For people who don't know, born and raised in Bakersfield.
Yes, sir.
Went to Alaska for a bit. And you were working at you were working at a cabin there, right?
Yeah, bro. I was working at a wilderness lodge called Brooks Lodge in Katmai National Park. So it's like this small lodge you fly to on a float plane, and you're just there. There's no city, there's nothing. So you go there to work, and you're just there all summer.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, that was such a great time. Meet people from all over the world. We could host probably like 50 people at a time, maybe, but there'd be day trippers that would come in.
Yeah.
And yeah, bro, it was the #1 bear viewing lodge in the world. And I didn't know this at the time. I just applied to a bunch of summer jobs, and they're the only one that got back to me. So.
And you encountered a couple bears, right?
Yeah, I had lots of bear encounters every day. You're like living with them. Our living space was just this like little rope electric fenced off area with just these bunk bed cabins in them.
And okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, because I be seeing just a lot of random videos on YouTube. But when a bear comes, like, do you really gotta get bigger than the bear, or like, what do you do?
I mean, it's different depending on where you are and the issue. But where I was at was these bears eat so many fish, and they see people pretty often too.
Yeah.
They don't really trip. I think that's more of if you're alone in a forest and you just happen to stumble upon a bear and it's like interested in you.
Okay.
Which is a thing. But if you're just vocal and you don't surprise them, you kind of just stand still, and they don't give a fuck about you at all. They'll walk right past me. They'll be on all sides of me, just fishing with me. So it's kind of crazy. The times that I've had to worry was when they see my fish and they want to take the fish.
Oh, okay.
That's happened a couple times. And then there was one time when my parents visited. I took them off to this spot that was more secluded from people.
Yeah.
And I remember there's this mom that was hurt, this cub with her cubs. So she had a hurt leg. And she was around the camp, and people had been talking about her, but she said stumbled upon us in the middle of the day in this river by ourselves. And that was kind of trippy because I had my family there with me, and I was like, oh, shit, that's the injured mom with her cubs.
You're just like, I got my family, this bear got their family. Like, so did you help the cub out, or like, can you even do that?
No, not at all. The reason it's dangerous is because if a bear is hurt or it's getting surprised, that's when it's most dangerous.
Got you.
When it's in defense mode, so you want to stay far away from them.
Okay, no, for sure. I get that. It's like, look, I'm not even going to pass you no fish. I'm just not going to fish.
Yeah.
Whatever you need, that's for you, dude.
Yeah. The rules are just don't approach them. If you feel like it's like being aggressive towards you, then that would be the move.
Yeah.
Make yourself big and loud.
For sure.
Stand still.
And so, your whole life, it seems like you've been so privy to just traveling. Yeah. And I think before the last time we spoke, you were actually going to the Philippines for the first time.
For the first time.
How was that, man?
It was crazy, bro. We were in Manila for most of the time, but man, that was such a beautiful trip. It was so nice out there. I got to meet so many cool people. Went to Baguio too.
Oh yeah.
It was like this mountain town. But yeah, man, it was great. We did some shows. But man, when I go back, bro, I really want to go see the beaches. That was one thing I didn't get to see.
Oh, you didn't get to see any of the beaches, man.
We're in the city for most of the time, so I
got
to experience Manila for sure.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like my family's like little province is right next to a beach, so I've been spoiled every time I go. I'm chilling right there.
You're tapped in over there, bro.
Come on, man. And so first time in Manila, like. Walk me through it, man. Like, what was it like for you? Like, the experience, like, seeing all these people, eating the new food.
Oh, man. It was pretty incredible. And they, like, the thing is, too, is we packed my schedule so tight here. So,
yeah.
Every day it was either a show. We did a show, and then we also did a writing camp. So, I think we, like, partnered with Warner. And I think that was one of my highlights was working with like local Filipino artists.
Yeah.
And doing that because we did a 2-day camp out there. And yeah, man, it was sick. We worked with this hip hop group called Mid Nasty.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Bro,
yeah, they're dope.
Tight, bro.
They're tight.
Yeah, they were sick.
Who else did you work with?
Philippe from what's the group?
SB.
SB.
Okay. Okay.
He's from
SB19.
Yeah, bro. He was tight too. And I didn't really know about them until, but when they saw us in the studio, they're like,
Hell yeah.
oh, shit.
Were they already hip to you?
Yeah, I guess Philippe had heard of me just based off Damn on Off Love.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, man, food was crazy too. I ate so much, bro.
I bet.
Much Red Horse too.
The Red Horse beer, bro. I promise you that shit was good.
Red Horse
it was
good, bro. Fuck, we had so many Red Horses that trip. Yeah.
It's the best. And you know what's cool about going to the Philippines too is like $1, dude, is like 55 over there. So you're not spending shit, man.
Yeah, bro. You can stretch it out for sure.
Bro, Jollibee over here is like $15. Jollibee over there is like $1. And I'm like, gee, I need to stay here, man.
Yeah. That was better living over there.
You know, what's cool about Filipinos is that like we have this umbrella genre. It's called OPM, which really just stands for Original Filipino Music. And so it's weird because I've spoken to so many Filipinos about what this genre is, but we don't necessarily have that sound. Like, so for example, like Latin artists, you think of like, you know, reggaeton or even like cumbias or whatnot. For us, however, we have people like yourself, obviously, like really good with the fucking ballads. There's even an artist over there. Her name is Ilis Morena, and she's doing like reggaeton, but she's speaking Tagalog over the entire song.
Oh, that's tight.
You have people like I think Flo G, who's like kind of like on some trap shit. SB19, who's on some like Filipino pop shit.
Yeah.
Right. So for you, I mean, you know, you've been Filipino your entire life.
Yeah.
You've been in Manila for the first time like last year. For you, like, do you have any sort of like idea of like what original Filipino music like is for you and what that means to you?
I think you said it. You said it just right now. It was like the ballads. It feels like songs that are filled with like love and emotion that you can sing along to.
Yeah.
To me, that seems like the most Filipino music to me that I could think of.
I agree, man. I agree.
Something you could like sing your heart out to for sure.
It was all the karaoke nights, bro. That
was, bro. My dad had got one from Costco. I remember every year we'd have it at our house.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What would
My
be?
dad was the karaoke master. He's the one who would whip it out, do all that shit.
That's hella lit, dog. What was your like top karaoke song?
I always go to this like I always go to that Kings of Leon song. Somebody, yeah. I always go to that.
Somebody. That one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
My dad used to do this song called Feelings though, but he'd be like, Feelings. That's how he would sing. Feelings. I don't know the name of that song, but that was his go-to. That was a classic.
Yeah, man. I think one of my sister's go-to song it's this song called Stupid Love. And literally it just goes like stupid love the whole time. And I'm like, there's literally no way I'm ever going to forget about this song, bro.
Funny,
so, and what was it like for you just like working with people from literally a different continent, a different part of the world, bro? Like, did you learn anything different about those through those sessions?
Man, it's crazy to see like, because group like Mid Nasty, they're so talented and they're so hungry, and like where they're from too, they sell these concerts and they sell these shows. But it's like, but yeah, man, it's like to see their drive and shit kind of like made me want to step up too. I feel like they're working so hard and they have so much to share and speak about where they're from and their struggles. It's like, yeah, man, it just set a fire in me to like keep going.
Hell yeah, bro. I love it. How much of your rollout was planned out with literally everything happening this year, bro?
Yeah.
Obviously, Kendrick just took the year.
Yeah, bro.
You know, summer's Kendrick. Summer's basically like, you know,
crazy.
TDE Kendrick type summer. And then you obviously came out with your album like right afterwards. How much of all this is planned, bro?
None of that. Bro, nobody saw that coming, to be real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's really just you already had your due date.
Yeah, I mean, we've been moving my due date around just based on a lot of different things, but my due date also comes because I'm going on tour with Sir.
Okay.
In 10 days, so we wanted to get the album out before that because it's been ready for a few months now. Like, we've had it ready, but yeah, bro, Kendrick just needed to get that off.
Man,
that shit is wild, bro. It's still crazy.
It just, even to this day, bro, like, we literally played, like, Not Like Us 5 times over at the wedding for my sister this past Sunday, and I'm like, I don't see this song disappearing for a minute,
Bro,
man.
Number one on the diss record.
I'm still waiting on Kendrick to, like, hop on, like, your album.
I know, man. That would be crazy. He's been busy, though.
Yeah, for sure. But I think it was very cool to have, you know, people like Doechii on it, and also Isaiah Rashad. I guess like the newer members of TDE, right?
Somewhat. Soul's an OG though. Absol's on there.
Oh, for sure.
That's a Black Hippie member for sure.
That was a perfect way to end the album too, bro.
Yeah,
I was like, you gotta got
words. I've been living with those words too for years now. So
yeah,
for it to be out and people to hear it, special, man. I think it's a perfect way to take it out.
Were you at the pop out?
Yeah. That show was nuts, dude.
How was it for you?
It was insane. I was there as a fan, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was there as a fan. It was really cool seeing all four of them up on stage, though. Q, Rock, and Soul, and Dog. That was a moment for sure.
Yeah, bro. I was literally in a session that day. Jackie ended up going, and then I just watched it on Amazon, and I'm shooting myself in the foot. I'm just like, dog, I should have canceled all this shit today.
Yeah, man, that was a moment for sure. And just how he brought every LA artist, rapper up on stage with him at the end was so tight.
It felt so cool. I like literally felt like we as like California specifically got like so represented on that stage at the time. Man. Like I've been in LA for like 10 years now. I felt like I was from LA watching that shit. I was like, oh yeah, this is tight.
Yeah, the whole West Coast is up. He was fighting for the Bay too. He brought up the Bay a lot.
Yeah, bro. E40 with the intro, and I was like, this is great.
Sick,
this is great.
Yeah, that was tight.
You know, I would like to see you on like a lot more like West Coast type records too. I know you had that record with Blast a couple years ago. Like, do you have anything like that in the pipeline for the future?
I do have some records like that. I have one with Rock and One Take J. I've been saying.
Oh hell yeah! Okay,
but still different. I still, if I do that West Coast bounce that groove, I want to find my own way to do it too. So
yeah. It's interesting.
I'm sprinkling it out. Yeah.
Well, what'd you say?
I'm sprinkling it throughout with the Bless Her Heart and the Blast record. I think those are good like examples of where if I had to do it, I would take it in that direction.
Yeah, it'd be also super cool to see them enter like your world, in some way, because like, you know, I'm just so used to like hearing like Rock or like One Take J on like West Coast records, like because you had Blast on your project too, so it's cool to see him enter your world for a second too.
Yeah, man, for sure. Shout out to Calais too and Wyatt. They did the beat on that one. He's from the Bay too. Hell
yeah! Shout out Calais, man. Or you know who's going crazy right now too on the production, like throughout the whole West Coast, is Pilo. I want to see a Pilo record with you.
Pilo's a crazy producer, bro. Yeah. I've worked with Pilo for sure. We need to get back in though.
Zacari on a Pilo beat?
Yeah, that'd be tight. Larry too. I need to link up with Larry.
Oh, you and Larry would go crazy, man.
We have old songs out, bro. Like early stuff. I had a song with him and G-Eazy on there. There's a song called Sparkling Water out too. So I met Larry a long time ago.
Oh, so this was like before before Love and everything?
Yeah, even knowing Pilo, I remember before he even come around TDE, I just had met Pilo through my cousin Aaron Kai. He's a painter.
Aaron Kai's your cousin?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
All these connections are just crazy, dog.
I have Bay connections for sure.
Shit!
Crazy. My cousin went to SF for school, and she met Aaron there, and they got married. So they've been cousins for a long time.
This is wild, bro. Like my brain is just like so fried from all of that right now. I'm just like, this shit doesn't make sense, but that's cool.
Yeah, Aaron and Jamie introduced me to all of them early because they were all friends. Calais, Pilo, Aaron Lau.
Yeah. Yeah. That's dope, man. Shit. I mean, where do you see the direction of like West Coast music going from here on out, man?
Up. Kendrick kind of stamped it. I feel like for the West Coast artists too, he like lit a fire to like just level up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and be consistent and be aggressive with your sound and like and what you want to do. So I think we have a lot of eyes on us right now too. So I know a lot of West Coast rappers with great music ready to go. So
Yeah, bro.
yeah.
I think it's cool, like, you know, kind of like going back to like that OPM type conversation where like when you think about West Coast music, you know, you might think of like G-Funk or just like straight up club slaps right now. But you're West Coast music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I have a friend, her name is Twee. She's West Coast music. She's from here. Her.
Yeah.
SZA. Like everybody is West Coast music. And like, at least for me, it's cool to see our side of the world like finally get that recognition.
Yeah.
It feels good. That's all I can say. It just feels
It
good.
does feel great, man. It's a dub over here for sure.
So Zacari, Bliss is out right now. The video with Isaiah Rashad is out right now.
That one's
too.
been out for a while, so that one's been out for almost 2 years, but the short film for Bliss just dropped. So we made a whole short film like trailer for the album. And that's something we've been working on a lot over the past like few months. So.
And is that one's out right now too?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. See, I'm sleeping. I need to.
You need to lock in, bro.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna take some shrooms. I'm gonna put it on my fucking thing, and I'll be good to go.
That's perfect.
You have anything else down the pipeline for the rest of the year, bro?
Man, my biggest focus right now has been tour. And
Okay.
then, I want to do more festivals this summer too. I want to get the live show and start performing the music, and then, start the next album.
Hell yeah. Your next date, I believe, in LA is August 18th.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Damn, I got some good ass memory.
I have to pull up my Instagram post every time to check the date.
No, I'm not gonna lie. When I pulled up my Spotify, it said August 18th. I was like, oh, okay. Maybe if I'm free that day, I'll fucking pull up, bro. But that's tight, man. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, man. I'm so excited, bro.
I'm happy for your success. I'm happy for Bliss. It's out right now. Run up those fucking streams.
Round them up.
And, you know, you represent for the Filipinos,
Yes,
man.
sir.
And I fuck with you all day, man.
Hell yeah, same.
My name is Nico Blitz. Shout out to my boy Zacari.
Yes, sir.
We're in here. Check out Bliss. Later, y'all.
Later.